Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card so we could test out the waters here for those lovely Leos. I hope you're all fantastic, my friends. I really do. So let's shuffle it up, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Leo, please? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. What do we got? Please and thank you. Usually this card pops out really quick. Sometimes the deck can be particular. Okay, that one... All right, it wound up popping out. I only read jumpers. This one was hanging on for dear life a little bit. So this could mean a lot of different things. There could be a lot of energies affecting you in this time. This could be a lot of different people in your energy as well. So this is something we're really going to need to dissect. Now, before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. Into the reading we go. Enough of the promo. So if you check out the imagery of this card, you see that man, you see that woman, you see all those various different pictures. So we could be speaking about groups of people, anything where people coalesce, like school, work, anything community-based could be important for whatever reason. But when I see this card, I do think of a lot of possible people either hitting you up or a lot of energies affecting you. So in this time, it's very important for you to really lock down your own personal energy, protect your energy, maybe even cleanse yourself, ground yourself. I always say that with a card like this. It could also represent complex situations, things with a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving gears. And sometimes there's even hints of social media with this card as well, because this kind of looks like a representation of like a Facebook or something with a lot of profile pictures. So do with that what you will. Maybe you need to spend a little more time promoting something on social media. Maybe some of you need a little less time on social media. No judgment. But let's get into tarot. Take from that what you will. As I always say, it's just a footnote to the reading. It doesn't make or break anything. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright before we get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. So let's shuffle it up. What do we got for the Leos, please? So last week's reading was very, very interesting indeed, my friends. Now, if you subscribe to me, you know I like to keep the titles as simple as possible. I don't like to overconflate them. But last week's title was one I don't think I've really used, or maybe used it once. It was titled A Final Judgment. So a portion of you might have had it up to here with something, or this could be a decision or a choice that where it's like, no, this is final, my word is final. Or there could have been someone you're linked to that's in that mode too, like putting their foot down about something. Take from it what you will. But I mean, it was interesting. That's all I'll say about it. Let's see what we have for you this week, though. As I always say, energy is always fluid. It's never set in stone. So let's see what we got. Only take this how it hits for you, my friends. It's always intriguing how these energies mix up from week to week. Okay, so position number 1, we have the 7 of Pentacles. That is a karmic card. There's so much involved with that, and I'm already seeing the layers in this energy already. Okay, we have Temperance in the center. Let's get one more out here for Leo and see what's going on. Yeah, your patience could be tested in various different ways here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles here on the back end, which could be a very, very good sign. But you're also going to have a bonus card this week. I feel like Leo's been getting a lot of bonus cards in recent weeks. We got the 7 of Wands. So we do have a repeating number here, the repeating 7s. You could be getting a lot of signs, synchronicities from spirit, especially with the angelic energy. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff. So first, I'll bring to your attention that 2 of the main cards are Pentacles. That's earthy energy. That could be a focus on money. It could be a focus on work, family, anything of the material world. But position number 1, the 7 of Pentacles, is a big card of patience, right? Planting something, waiting for it to grow. So this could be seeds you may have planted, or something you may have done a long time ago coming into bloom, or your patience just being tested. Spirit might be testing you in various different ways, but this is one of my bigger cards of karma. So we could be speaking about karmic situations. Karma striking for somebody. You reap what you sow is what I always say when we have a card like this. There's also little undertones and connections to nature, Okay, so some of you might need to get out in nature and ground yourself, just like I was saying a little earlier. Now, moving to the center, we have another card of patience. We have the Temperance card. Now, for some of you, this could represent a Sagittarius that you're linked with, a very prominent one, a very important one. But aside from this being a person, when I see Temperance, it's angelic, it's light. So this could be representing spiritual protection, guides, ancestors, angels, that beautiful love and light. So this is a really nice energy. But once again, it could be spirit pumping your brakes or you needing to have patience. I really want to see what clarifies them, though, because when I get these slow moving patient cards, if we get a chaotic card underneath, that could be indicative of change. So we really want to see what that's about. And it could be creation. And just to point out once again, we have this angelic card. We have repeating sevens. These are very light filled angelic energies, straight up. So spirit could be speaking to you in various different ways, the number signs, the synchronicities. To the back end, though, this is what I really like. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So we're going from two patience cards to like a golden opportunity here. When we get the Ace of Pentacles, I always say all aces are opportunities, but this one is a golden one. This could represent an influx of money. This could be a huge win, victory, or triumph after a time of waiting, tests, trials, tribulations. So this is really nice. A lot of you could have a lot of opportunities rolling in here. But to me, it's just indicative of a victory. Especially, it might be something that you might have been tested for or have been waiting. So I really want to clarify that. Now, getting to the very back end, we have the Seven of Wands. Kind of fits into the theme we've been having because this is a card of determination. This is a card, yeah, and it's worse. That could represent somebody who feels trapped. They feel like their back's against the wall, that everything's always a struggle. In its worst, it could represent conflict. But in the positive, this card is determination, somebody that will not be stopped. And especially with us seeing possible patience being rewarded or spirit rewarding you, this could be really nice. So with all that being said, Leo, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. Okay, so let's get a good shuffle here for my lovely Leo friends. Okay, this isn't feeling like a harsh energy. Last week's energy had a little sharpness to it. Let's see what we got, my guys. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Pentacles here. And please, if you read tarot yourself, that's why the box is here. If you want to give a message to Leo from this spread, you could drop it down below. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes. So what's up with that Seven of Pentacles? How's that Seven of Pentacles here? Thank you. Ten of Wands. Okay. This is somebody absolutely having like thoughts of like, why does this have to be so hard? Like, why is this such a tough thing to accomplish? Or like, why is it always something? Once again, it's a card of determination. We have the Ten of Wands in the upright underneath the Seven of Pentacles. So huge energy of tests. Once again, we've been picking that up since the beginning. A lot of you could really be tested in various different ways, whether that's monetarily, whether that's emotionally. This might be a time of tribulation or spirit checking your progress. So just know that. Now, the Ten of Wands could also be a warning from spirit about your health, your wellness. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, right? Mind, body, and soul. Don't run yourself into the ground. But the main vibe I was getting here is somebody who's on the struggle bus a little bit. Like, why does this always have to be so rough, so tough? Like, why can't it just be a bit easier? That's the type of energy I'm getting here. Okay? Do with that what you will. But I'm getting the energy of somebody struggling a little bit. Now, for another portion of you, and I'll see if it plays out through the rest of this reading, this karmic undertone is still here. This could be somebody paying a karmic debt. This could be karma striking for somebody as well. All right, so we're going to see if there's more undertones, but there is a big possibility that karma, the hands of karma, could be at play here. So we're going to go in on Temperance. Not necessarily saying it's coming at you, but there could be somebody that's going to be paying a karmic debt, and it's a lot to shoulder. So let's go in on Temperance. Thank you. Page of Wands, good. Yeah, you just need to keep your eyes open for the signs and synchronicities from spirit for sure with the Page of Wands underneath Temperance. Okay, sometimes it's good to hear that everything will be okay, everything will be fine. It's nice to hear that you're protected. These are good energies of reassurance to me. Okay, so I'm getting the energy of one person struggling and another person not so much, like somebody who's content. So we have two people possibly going through tests. One person is taking it in a very tough manner. The other one is more go with the flow. Or this could be spirit saying like, hey, get into this mode. Now, the Page of Wands is a messenger, so this could be some sort of soothing talk or an important talk that needs to happen or will happen that's going to make you feel a lot better. This could be some sort of communication, absolutely. When we see this, maybe you're waiting to hear back on news as well. But I feel like there's so much going on in the energy. We've been picking it up since the beginning. So yes, it could be important talks. It could just be spirit trying to urge you along, give you a little shot in the arm. We'll talk about it more during the recap. But it could be fire sign energy, which is you. So I do like this. It's spiritual protection. We're going to see what's up with the Ace of Pentacles. Then we'll do a quick recap. Maybe things getting easier is a possibility because the energy is struggling in the beginning, but it's easing up. So why is this Ace of Pentacles here? Ace of Swords, double ace. You don't get much better than that. Okay. Once this person fixes their thought process, their mind state, when you turn lemons into lemonade, that's like the vibe I'm getting here with the Ace of Swords underneath this Ace of Pentacles. It's always really good when you get double ace on ace, regardless of which ones they are. This is another card of communication, so a lot of you could be receiving some like really good news as well. And we did get little tones of that in the center, like some of you might be waiting to hear back from something. You might be waiting on something in general. That could be coming in very soon in the coming days and weeks. So a lot of you could be receiving some like exciting or really good news for sure. But changing the mind state is very important. Going from the realm of like seeing the dark side of things, which it's very easy to get caught up into that, but taking those challenges, taking those tests and turning them into positives, okay? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That's kind of what I'm picking up here, but still the huge energy of wins and victories here on the back end with the double aces. So once again, I just need to tell you that everything is going to be okay. Regardless of what you're going through, regardless of if this reading was hitting for you or not, maybe this is something that will come into fruition, but you need to know that everything's going to be okay. And I'm feeling it in the cards. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the 7 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands. All these alignments were making me feel a lot of things this week, Leo. But I get somebody kind of on the struggle bus, somebody who's having issues getting through the trials and tribulations of life. Big energies of tests here. Important ones from spirit, whether to check how far you've progressed or whatever, what have you. But this was also the energy of like karma. Somebody possibly paying a karmic debt. Not saying it's you, but there could be somebody where karma will strike for them and it's a lot to shoulder. Moving to the center, we have Temperance with the Page of Wands. This is when the energy started getting better. Like I said, we have a struggle, but somebody taking something a little more gracefully in the center. So this could be waiting to hear some news, waiting to hear back on something. Absolutely. For some of you, it could be an important talk, or you just needing to see the signs from spirit, the omens, the synchronicities. Moving to the back end, we get a happy ending here. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Take those lemons, turn them into lemonade. This is really nice opportunity on opportunity, big energy of wins and coming out on top. Whether it's through struggle, whether it's through things coming easy, this is opportunity and it makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. Could even be payoffs for some of you. We're not going to go that route. Please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card. This is a nicer energy this week, Leo, and I do like it because we've had like a few weeks, like maybe even a month where the energy has a little edge to it. Let's get one shadow card here for you. What's in the shadows for Leo, please? My God. Using the Shadowland Tarot deck for this portion, which I always like to do. And this is a nice little introspective way. And yeah, we already have your shadow card. We have the Empress. So the darker side of the Empress, sure, some of you might have had issues with Taurus. This could be issues with a mother figure in your life showing up in the shadows. That might be something you need to put some light on or focus on. But aside from those things, when we get the Empress, her shadow side could be something that is immovable or moving too slowly. And we've been getting that energy of like test, like somebody feeling like they're backed into a corner. Because although the Empress is about blessings, fruitfulness, abundance, she can also be somebody or something that is very stubborn, something sticking around like a thorn in the side. So just beware if there's something or someone lingering in the energy, you might need to look a little deeper on how to resolve that. Or once again, Spirit could be testing you. all right, in various ways. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and I'll see you next time.